Padmaja. In fact, I'm going to call it the mansion of moral corruption. Viewers, why is it moral corruption? Forget about the technicalities, and Padmaja has taken you over some of those photographs. We're just going to show you more as we go into the house now. There's a moral angle to this because Mr. Kejriwal has held himself to such high standards. He tells us all that he is an abnegating type of individual who wants to be living a modest life and reject the trappings of power, etc. But quite clearly, he's deviated from the course. But we'll talk a little bit about that. I want to focus your attention, viewers, to visuals a little to your right in the center of your screens. What are these pictures? Do you see the pictures, viewers, in the center? What is happening there? That's Times Now's television crew. Our reporters are being roughed up. Why? Because we dared to ask the AAP why they used rupees 45 crore taxpayer money at the height of the Delta pandemic to build a mansion to feed one person's delusions of grandeur. And especially when the AAP was claiming it had no money to buy you medicines, oxygenators, oxygen cylinders. You know this, viewers, because the Aam Aadmi Party's big boss, Arvind Kejriwal, at that time was also Chief Minister. And when he was part of a massive meeting with the Prime Minister on the state of preparations, he said, "You haven't released our money to us." In fact, viewers, I have his quote, which is attributed to him, and I would like to take you over some of these points, so if I can have them, that is, of course. But the fact of the matter is, viewers, what do we know? We know that Mr. Kejriwal has gone ahead and cried poverty. And he did so in full public glare. And that was during COVID. Now, think about it. When he should have spared no expense to save your life, he was building his mansion. He was spending 45 crores of your money and telling you or telling the Prime Minister, "I don't even have the money, you haven't given me any money to fight COVID. I'm not prepared to deal with Delta, etc., etc. I just don't have those funds." And Siddharth Talia is going to actually share that quote with me any moment now. As Mr. Kejriwal, as I told you, was quoted. Is he there? Is Siddharth Talia there with us this evening? Okay, so let's Siddharth, what are you waiting for? Let's hear it. That's the bit of research, viewers, that we're going to put out there and we're going to tell you. Because Mr. Kejriwal is on record. And that too in a meeting of other chief ministers. Now, viewers, I don't want to play those visuals when we saw in 2021 desperate people trying to snatch an oxygen cylinder from another person or from a government depot. No, viewers, I'm not going to show those to you. Because if I were to, you would be totally repulsed by the AAP's duplicity. So, Mr. Kejriwal went on the public record, to say that I don't have the money. Prime Minister, give me funds. So where was the money? The money, viewers, was being requisitioned to build this mansion. Now, Finance Minister Sisodia on May 31st, 2000, had also cried poverty. Sisodia said, yes, in 2020, on May 31st, 2020, he cried poverty. He said in a letter to Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, he has demanded 5,000 crore from the centre as government did not get anything from the disaster relief fund that was given to other states, causing financial problems for the AAP. Yet, viewers, a year later, they were doling out almost 50 crores to build this behemoth. That's not the only instance of blood-boiling hypocrisy. Mr. Kejriwal told us that he would never live in a mansion. And he told you that he would never ever be corrupted by the trappings of power, that he would live in modest dwellings, just like the rest of his Aam Aadmi supporters, that he was sworn to simplicity. Here's Mr. Kejriwal from back then at different parts. You remember, viewers, this is third term as Delhi Chief Minister. So, the beginning of all these terms, he's made these promises. I don't want to move into there. This is too much for me, blah, blah. Let's play those out.
कहीं भी पहुंच जाए, उसको अपनी औकात नहीं भूलनी चाहिए। मुझे अपनी औकात पता है, मैं बहुत छोटा सा आदमी हूं, मेरी बहुत छोटी सी औकात है। इस देश का एक एक आम आदमी टैक्स देता है, गरीब से गरीब आदमी टैक्स देता है। ये भूल गए कि उनकी गाड़ी और उनका बंगला उस गरीब आदमी के टैक्स से चलते हैं। तो बस इतनी जगह लूंगा मैं, इतना ही बड़ा मकान लूंगा, और बड़ा मकान नहीं लूंगा, चिंता मत करो।
But viewers, the Delhi Chief Minister, and he's famous for this, isn't he? He hasn't stuck by his word. Look at what he has built for himself. Look at what he kept hidden from you. Now, can we have some nice full shots of these photos of the outside of Mr. Kejriwal's much wanted dwelling? Viewers, he's really come a long way since he wanted to live in his own home in Kaushambi, because he didn't want the trappings. Here is the first glimpse of the outer grounds, and doesn't it look a lot like the White House itself in Washington, D.C.? Let's bring those two visuals together. Can we do that and show our viewers the three window? I mean, you see there's a marked resemblance. No, not this one. Not this one. You're giving away the story, Director Saab. You're giving away the story. The three window at the top of the show. Let's pull that out and let's put it there. Come on. Now, viewers, there it is. Now, you just look at the similarity. They're the same colonnades. Of course, it's a grander structure. But, you know, there's no limit to anyone's ambitions. Had he had that space, he probably would have extended himself. Now, viewers, there are columns and arches, and there are balustrades and balconies. And let's show you now the full set, the panoply of those photos of Kejriwal's house. There you can see it. They're lovely columns. It's a very grand, almost colonial building. Viewers, this is not some renovation that went on. Grand porches. It reminds you of one of the Mountbatten kind of, homes. Remember in Simla, viewers, Mountbatten, talking about the partition of India with Nehru and all the others? Well, the Vice-Regal Lodge. This is, somewhere in that, league. Now remember, viewers, that Kejriwal was only supposed to renovate his home. He wasn't supposed to turn his home into a garden fit for Mughals. And he wasn't supposed to take in the land around his old home to build a veritable mansion, as I called it, a moral corruption. Because had he not made these promises to us, there would be nothing unethical about this. Most rulers are given to wanting to expand their wings a little bit. They like the taste of power. Aapka paisa, hamara paisa, kya hai? It's one and the same. Everyone does it, viewers. But it takes a particular type of leader to say, I won't do it. But then do it behind closed doors and then beat up the press when they expose him. That takes some gall. And it also points to a certain arrogance. And it also tells you, viewers, that he thinks he's above it all, above accountability. And remember, when he sat with Anna Hazare and starved himself, viewers, nearly to death, what is he talking about? Lokpal, Lokpal. What was Lokpal? It was accountability. About what? About our taxes. Here, viewers, you get beaten up for asking questions. This is a grand structure that sprawls obscenely over 7 acres. Now let's show you how the acreage stacks up against other grand buildings. Shall I show you, viewers? Now we'll show you a three window. The three window that we misfired earlier. Let's show it. Here you see the Udaipur Lake Palace itself is just 5 acres. And you don't get more luxury packed in 5 acres than the Udaipur Lake Palace, I'm told that. The Taj Palace Hotel in Delhi, where we have our conventions, it's 6 acres. But Delhi Chief Minister's residence is 7 acres. It's bigger than all of these mansions. And these were once, viewers, at least the one in the middle, fit for a king. The Taj Palace is a luxury 5-star. So clearly, Mr. Kejriwal has gone up the ladder from 5 rooms to 5-star. You see? In a blink of an eye. And telling you, I don't have the money to spend on you. You can, suffocate. Choke over Delta. I don't have the money. मैं क्या करूं? But viewers, 45 crores to blow up on this. In fact, the money spent by Mr. Kejriwal, viewers, is the same that it would cost by today's prices to construct the home of the British Prime Minister, 10 Downing Street. And do you know how many rooms there are in the 10 Downing Street, viewers? And do you know that 10 Downing Street is the most centrally located building in the whole of England? From what I'm told, in the borough of Westminster, you don't get any more. My geography, my sense of, I've been to London a few times, sometimes in work, sometimes to see how our colonial masters looted us to live in grandeur and build their beautiful city, viewers. But the 10 Downing Street has many, many rooms. Very few people get to put their feet in there. So if you were to today tear down 10 Downing Street and rebuild it, that's about 54 crores, give or take. Now, Mr. Kejriwal has sent 45 crores. So he sees himself, as I told you, viewers, in a completely different league. He thinks he's Rishi Sunak. Now, you need to understand the context. We showed you, remember, detailed satellite pictures that explain in vivid detail how the existing house was demolished. Now, remember, the tenders that were put out, and let's put out those satellite visuals. The tenders that were put out strictly said that this place is being renovated. Can you put out the satellite pictures? Let's put them out, because viewers, let me tell you, those satellite pictures tell you the entire story. So you see that white little tile in the middle which is being sort of highlighted with an arrow? That was the old Kejriwal residence. Even that he didn't want to go into. He said, मैं कहाँ जाऊँगा वहाँ पर, मेरे को तो ये घुसेड़ के वहाँ ले जा रहे हैं, घसीट के ले जा रहे हैं. वो भी मेरे लिए बहुत है. Viewers, that entire tile has disappeared. And what do you see? A front lawn. That entire house, the area of the entire house is now Mr. Kejriwal's ode to Mughal era grandeur. He might even step out and pluck a few roses in winter, viewers, and take in the fragrance. Because unfortunately, the air in Delhi is quite fetid. So block all that out. He would need something. Let's cut him some slack. And guess what, viewers? That entire area next to that little blinking building, where there were trees, all gone. And what comes up is this 45 crore mansion, viewers, of moral corruption. You can sue me, Mr. Kejriwal, for calling it that. But you really can't. You know that. It's not a statement of fact. It's a statement of sentiment. Had you not been telling all of us that you don't want to live in things like this, in these monstrous homes, built at the time when people were gasping for air, viewers, we wouldn't have held you up to this scrutiny. But you've called it upon yourself. Now let me show you more pictures. We're going to go deeper in. We're going to even go inside the house. We've got it all, viewers. This time we're not sparing anything, keeping anything from you. So let's look at some of the other pictures. So let's have a look at those pictures from inside. Let's take you inside. There you have it. Beautiful. In that marble floor, that Venetian or whatever, pearl marble it was called, right? Venetian, no, sorry. Dior. It was called Dior, because it has to be French after all. Dior marble flooring. Isn't it beautiful, stunning? All the way imported from Vietnam. When the tender said, let's get it from India, let's put the Makrana marble, arguably that's what the tender said. I don't know exactly where, but. And then you have these beautiful leather upholstered sofas. This could be a gentleman's club, viewers. It has that extravagant quality about it. I can almost smell the leather. Leather smells gorgeous when you sit on it. And this looks like such a comfortable place to sit and talk about governance and how we are going to save your money to splurge on ourselves. Anyhow, I don't want to get beyond myself. Now, viewers, there are more photos. Let's see more of those from inside. Can we? There are also videos, viewers. Doors that open automatically. And look at that lovely study. Wow, what an intimate setting. Beautiful painting, lovely curios. It really is, I'm telling you, no expense has been spared here. There's a lot more. We're going to even show you visuals. There's the marble flooring, the famed one. Let's pull that up. Yeah, there you go. It's just absolutely stunning. And you have such beautiful, delicate, carved furniture, Regency style, I'm told. And it's all over the place. And this is a huge space. It's a massive space. Very big. Big, very, very, very big. 400 square meters was flattened, turned into a lawn. And now you have this mansion which sprawls across 1,000 more almost. Long corridors. Corridors of power. Yeah. Let's open this up because we're going to show you more visuals in a little while, which you need to see. And they're important. But not, oh, there you have it. That's the drawing room, as I said, and, you know, those are some classy. There's a lot more, viewers. We're going to unfurl them as the show goes on. So please stay on with us. This is what 45 crores can buy you. You could have spent it otherwise, and I've shown you, viewers, how many oxygen cylinders in the past. We'll pull out all those graphics. We'll pull out all those details. There's also, I would like to hear from our viewers tonight, and I have sent to Rohit the call-in question that I'm going to pose for all of you tonight. And that call-in question is right there on the bottom of your screens. Call us, viewers, tell us. The curtain goes up for the first time, only on Times Now. They tried to badger us into submission. They beat our reporters up. They erected a big metal wall, barricades, so that we couldn't look inside. But you know, viewers, Times Now is known to get behind, and we've cracked open that curtain. Let's open